welcome to Star Child Links. So, this is going to be a reading about finding your flow because now that you've gone through a lot of transformation and stuff, it's difficult to find out really what place you're at and how to go from there. So, this is kind of like clarity about your present position, plus it'll help you open up a path to flow in a certain direction. So we have um, quartz conglomerate with quartz crystals in them, and we have the same thing but smaller with just one crystal in it that we can see. There might be more inside, but yeah. And then we have lapis lazuli, our spirit connection, rainbow moonstone, our feminine intuition connection, and citrine for joy and happiness and all those things. So, to begin, okay. So this is group 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Starting with group 1, we have temperance. Okay. Off. Grow up. Nice. Okay. So it looks like you guys are balancing yourself right now. Just work on doing that a little more. If you feel a dominance of one particular energy, balance it with another. If you're getting too comfortable sitting on your ass, then walk around and move. If you are feeling a lot of fire energy, then try and calm down with water. And you're feeling off right now, that's perfectly natural because these are just growing pains. You are growing right now. And let me just pick another card because this doesn't really help you catch that flow. There's a procession happening outside. Evolve. So pretty much the same thing as grow up, except that my grandma cards are being a little, rude about it. And I think I'll just let the background music play out. Okay, let me just pause the video. Sorry, I had to pause the video until they kind of left. So yeah, you guys are just balancing yourselves right now, and you're feeling a little off, and that's perfectly natural because things are shifting within you that you don't really understand as yet because you are evolving. And you need to grow up some. You need to just experience some things. So I feel for this particular group, there is nothing that I need to tell you. It's just that you need to balance yourself more. The more you balance yourself, the more I let this evolve card be in here, and I will put this back. So yeah, the more you balance yourself up, the more you'll be able to grow up and evolve and be the person that you need to be and flow the way you need to flow. So if you look at this stone, right, this is the this is the base stone. It's mostly the base stone with a bit of quartz crystals actually growing out of it, if you can see here. So basically what this means is that you guys are pregnant. Okay, I'm not saying pregnant in a actual physical way. It may be for some of you out there, but for most of you, I feel like it's a spiritual kind of pregnancy in a way. You are going to birth yourself. You are going to birth a new you, like a butterfly. You're going to grow up. You're going to learn how to use your wings. So, yeah, this is what it's about. And the key is just the balance. You guys really have it easy. You just have to balance. Be aware of the kind of energy that is in you at the moment. So, if you have any idea about the different kinds of energy, there's earth, air, water, fire. If you have too much fire, just balance it out with water energy, which is more compassionate, which is more receptive. If you have too much air, which is, like loads of thoughts just streaming your consciousness, balance it out with earth energy, which is meditation, being grounded, going out for a walk, and vice versa. Too much water energy, if you are feeling a lot of things, then just go for fire. Try doing something, try dancing for one. And if you are too much of earth energy, means you're kind of stuck and you're kind of rooted in one place. So you need to balance that out with more air. Get some interesting ideas in your mind. uh, Talk to your friends about it. Get something interesting happening. Get an interesting conversation going. So that's what you guys need. And next we move on to group 2. Yeah, group 2 has 5 of Wands, which is conflictedness, and then you've got what doesn't break you. Interesting. And you've got ask the right question. Okay. Okay, so I think I need to focus on this rock more. And so this rock is mainly the base stone. So you've been gathering a lot of information and experience. And for some of you guys, you may not understand what your experience has all been for. Maybe it doesn't really make sense to you. But the thing is, I wonder if you can see it over here. You can see how most of the rock surface reflects, right? But then there is this part over here, just this corner part over here, that reflects a little differently, almost glassy like. Come on, focus, focus. Can you see that? Okay. Can't seem to get it to focus. Wait. There. So it's somewhere over here on this side. But if you can see the way it reflects, it's more glassy and straight. Can you see that? Yeah. So that's a small sign of a crystal growing. in the space rock. So if you think of it as your life so far, you've been gathering a lot of experience, but you haven't had any breakthroughs at yet, but there's a small seed of that breakthrough growing within you. And you just need to understand what it's about. And I feel like I can't really say this to you right now because it seems like you're going through a period of conflict, and it is a period of struggle that just needs to happen, because what doesn't break you makes you what you need to be. And ask the right question. So yeah, let me pull out another card. Okay, actually, let me use my wild unknown to understand what your conflict is about. So you have on one side, okay, things that you want to balance, maybe more than one thing that you want to do at the same time, and old ideas being shot down. So I feel like this is the thing that you should go for, and this is dead energy. So okay. Okay, so it looks like you've been asked to handle a lot of things than what you're used to, and this dead energy that's around you is just, I wouldn't say it's blocking you, but it just has to clear away. You just need to get some fresh air, maybe take a bath or something, and that'll cleanse the dead energy. And when I say dead energy, I just mean like old ideas, old expectations that no longer serve you. Okay? So once you cleanse that away, you will be more in harmony with this. You'll be more in harmony with how you can balance these two things or more than two things in your life, and how you can actually rise to the challenge. And about asking the right question, maybe a card here can clarify that, because I feel you've been stuck in some sort of a self conflicted mode, and in this particular situation, you've been so your head's been so clouded with this conflict that you're asking all the wrong questions. So let's see. Family. Interesting. I feel like for some of you, you guys are trying to get too technical and practical with things instead of being more personal. I definitely sense that you guys need to do a project or something, but you do need to do that with certain people, and you need to take them into consideration, because these people are going to be as close as your family. They are, and some of you will need to like heal your relationship with your family in some way. Well, you don't have to, have to heal your attitude towards family in general, and then that's when you can become closer to other people at a family level and work with them. So yeah, what doesn't break you will probably get you a family. So and your family is your root, and if there is any resistance happening, if there's any trouble, welcome it, embrace it, because you need to go through that. Conflict is a good thing because it sorts things out. You need You can't just, sweep things under the rug. You need to embrace the conflict, probably find your family, and ask the right questions to them. Don't go very technical with your questions. Be personal, be friendly, be like family. It'll happen naturally because this is all about the flow, right? And now, group three, lapis lazuli, the spirit gem. Ooh la la. So we have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is all about looking into a whole new world. It's about, especially since the spirit quartz, I mean, not spirit quartz, lapis lazuli has come up. I feel like this is to do with the unseen world. You're beginning to get a clearer idea of what the unseen world or what the paranormal world is all about. Just an idea of it. You're just getting a taste of it. Nearing the ledge. This is the same thing. It means that you're just going towards the edge of finding out what's really behind the scenes. Give it time. Okay. This is like the simplest reading I've seen over here. You are literally just moving towards a whole new world. You just have to give it time. This will happen on its own, not to worry. And I feel like just taking out one, knowing. So the card that came up is called Knowing, and it's all about this. You have a sense of what's coming, and just believe in that, and it'll come. It may not come in the way that you expect, because obviously you haven't seen it properly yet. You are going to. You're nearing the ledge. So yeah, that'll help you give a good enough overview, and that's like you're starting on the beginning of the journey, if you get what I mean. Because just having an overview of the unseen world is never enough. You have to go into it and experience it. That's another level of knowing. So yeah, right now you will just get a really good idea of what's going on, and you need that. It'll help clear everything out. And the best part is you don't even have to do anything. It'll happen naturally. Give it time. So group 2, the lovers. Interesting. Stray. You've got stray upside down. Set limits and boundaries. Okay. So you guys, let me pull a clarifier for this lover card. Abundance. Okay. So, for you guys, you need to tap into the energy of love to get abundance. And this is full on abundance, this is full on stability. This is like all about having the partner that you like, having the home that you want, having the steady income coming in, everything all together all at once. But it looks like some of you guys are either hung up on your relationships or lack of, and that's really kind of distorting your energy. But I don't think it's much to be worried about. You just need to vibe at the frequency of love, no matter what. So it doesn't matter if you have a partner or not, or if there is trouble with your partnership or not. Just vibe at love. And the stray card is all about, like it says, straying. You need to, and I don't mean that in cheat on your partner kind of way. I mean that in, just go out, do something, do anything. You don't need to have a plan, you don't need to have a agenda. just just do whatever you feel like. All that really needs to happen is that you need to vibe at love. So that means you need to love yourself, you need to love your own energy, you need to take care of yourself. And that brings me to the third card, set limits and boundaries. Because this is an act of self love, setting limits and boundaries. Because if you treat yourself like treasure, just uh, imagine you as a house, and the people that come into your life as people that are entering your house. Now, you can, if you had like expensive glassware and things like that, you would put it in a cabinet, and you would, if they were opening it and trying to play around with it, you would tell them that no, this is breakable, don't you dare touch it. Okay, so that's what you do with the valuable stuff in your home. That's what I'm asking to do for yourself. You need to set your boundaries, and you need to set limits. Tell people what they can, uh, tell people what they can't do, and leave to them whatever they will do. And yeah, just set these limits and enforce them, and then you can stay in tune with yourself. Because once you set limits and boundaries, once you stop exchanging a lot of energy with other people. And yes, for you guys, it, it also means, like, you know no sex for a while, until you get to know yourself and what your body is telling you, and until you, like, understand a bit of your intuition a little more than you did before. Because sex is also a kind of exchange of energy, and so try and abstain from it as much as possible, especially if the other person is not really vibing at your level, is not really vibing at the level of love, and things like that, is not vibing at a level where he or she thinks that you're immensely valuable, and things like that. So yeah, you have to set serious limits and boundaries. You need to stray, you need to um, give in to your whims. Give in to your whims. Don't just stay in one place. Be a little aimless, be a little adventurous, okay? And then your intuition will just start to, like, flourish. So that's you. And then finally we have, oh, Eight of Pentacles is about developing a skill. And then we have history, and then we have be realistic. Okay, weirdly enough, I feel like you guys have already been developing your skill. But let me just check. Oh, sorry, not this one, this one. I'm just gonna pull out a clarifier, judgment. Yeah, another one. I think there was a reason I picked this card. I mean, deck. puberty. So you're going through maturation, and judgment means that finally it's going to be clean slate and a fresh start for you to actually begin. So I feel like for some of you, you guys don't really understand it yet, but everything that you've been doing has been adding to your experience and your skill. You need to have a good look at your history. You need to understand just what you've been doing all this time and what skills that you've been developing. And you need to be mature in a way. Puberty is all about maturity. And it's not just that, it's about embracing embarrassment. Okay, because that's what happens when we grow up, when we hit maturity, we have a lot of telling, embarrassing signs that just show up. So, this is basically, think about the things that you've done, okay, the skills that you've gotten. And I'm getting a sense that this is not going to be straightforward. It's not going to be something that you've gotten a diploma or a certificate or a degree from. It's going to be something that you probably did on the side, like a hobby, or uh, you just did it as a time pass and you really didn't think it was a big deal. But yeah, and it's telling you to be realistic in a very good way. It's saying that, hey, don't you realize that you've been doing and you've been building your skills all along? Be realistic. You don't really need to have a diploma, you don't really need to have a portfolio and this and that. You have experience, you just need to realize it, and you need to do it with more clarity, more purpose. Just realize that you've been doing it all along. You just have to say and sort of just declare it to yourself that this is what I'm doing, this is what gives me joy and happiness, and I am gonna follow this joy and happiness. So that's your flow. Just be practical about it. Well, not that practical also, because the sitting came. So I feel like it's telling you guys to realize that uh, you need to take the path of least resistance. What gives you joy is not just the path of least resistance, it's also the path of greatest motivation. And once you follow that, you can only attract stuff that gives you more joy, that gives you more passion, and that lights up your day. And if you think of all the things that do that for you, those are all the things that can be real possibilities in your life. So yeah, if money makes you happy and it makes you feel like sunshine on a rainy day, then yeah, that will surely come to you too. So yeah, that is the flow reading. And now I just want to wrap it up by drawing, asking for an end point. Okay. So group 1 will be, well, this one normally means moving from a rough zone to a smoother one. But why is it upside down? It's okay. Okay. I feel like so once you follow this route, you will be led to some pretty difficult circumstances, but it is actually a blessing in disguise. So you need to embrace it when it happens. And you guys, with this self conflict and things like that, you will be led to the devil, which basically means that you'll come face to face with your self defeating, what do you call it, programming within yourself, and finally make some headway over there. Steal your demon's power from them and use it for yourself. And spirit, you guys, if you follow the flow, you will get to a point where you no longer need to be all sly and like, no, I don't think sly is the word. You'll stop deceiving yourself. You'll stop hiding yourself from the next thing. Because I feel like for you guys, you have something beyond the stage to do, and you don't understand the full extent of it yet. It's so this one is all about like deception, and it's not just deception, it's also diplomacy and stuff like that. But upside down, I feel it's just talking about understanding your self deceptions and the ways in which you are blinding yourself. And this one, if you go through this, you will start to develop a better relationship with yourself. And here, if you do this, you will get in touch with this kernel of creativity within yourself and learn to bring it out into the universe. And that's pretty cool. So yeah, these are the results of going through the flow, but you'll have to do the work first. All the best and have fun.